Oh boy. So the tournaments update is finally out, and honestly, guys, I spent the past couple of hours not really knowing what to say in this fucking video. I know a lot of people are expecting this video, and the reason why I didn't post this video earlier or later record it was because I have no idea what to say to this video. Now, Subright made a video, I watched this video. I guess he kinda said the obvious things, but yeah, I'm literally out of lots of words. First of all, I don't even know. Like yesterday, I was waiting for the update for tournaments, and like I swear to God, I knew that it was gonna be delayed. And yeah, it ended up being pushed back and delayed from 2 a.m. my time to 4 a.m. So I decided to go to sleep. And yeah, I woke up today honestly not knowing what to expect, but this huge update with the tournaments, which has been the most overhyped aspect of this game that has been talked about since before even the release of the game, is an absolute disaster. Like, what the hell is this? I don't even know where to start. I don't even know what to say about tournaments, but yeah, they are a complete disaster. So this game has been preaching ever since it came out how it promotes diversity, and they don't want like one thing and one thing only to be broken on OP, like kind of how in Anime Fighters you just like had a full team of one unit and whatnot. But yet again, it just fails even in that aspect. Like, how do you make tournaments that bad? It's actually unreal to me. Okay, so I'm gonna go here, beginner tournament. So this might be the only thing that is actually good in this thing, in the tournaments, beginner tournament. So again, beginner tournaments seem great. I haven't played one. But yeah, basically you just equip only 3 units and quirks are disabled. So I guess you just try to get the 3 best units. And it's limited to only players between less than 50 hours. But besides that, it's a complete fucking disaster. They introduced solo tournament game mode. They introduced a game mode where they have you use only one faction of units. Like, obviously, right now, as you've noticed, I am in a server 8.1.1 where this was very much reverted. Let me just find it right here in the patch notes. Where is it? Okay, changes to the raids. So basically, they just removed this stupid thing. But like, how do you come up with such an idea? Like, did nobody tell them that this is just horrible? Okay. Like, I am out of lots of words. I have 1,350 hours in this game. And do you guys want to see my team for the tournament? Let me just equip my team real quick for that tournament. I'll show you my team, and yeah, I'm just not gonna say anything. Okay, so there's this 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm missing one more unit. Where the hell is my other guy? There we go, 7. All right, guys, this is my team for the tournament. Look at this. How fucking stupid is that? This was my team for the tournament, using only order units. So essentially, what did they do? They force you to use duplicate units because most people are going to be using like duplicate cosmics. So essentially, they just have you farm like infinite cosmics for that particular reason. And what is the worst part? We are coming back to tournaments being essentially an RNG element. Like, if you don't have godlies, you cannot play tournaments. So godlies are not just a unit that's just a high roll to have slightly better stats. Godlies become a must because a guy that has godlies can literally walk in a tournament and they can use like 2 billion damage units that they have. Like, if you have a later godly than Gojo, it is a 2 billion damage unit. So you can use a 2 billion damage unit in a tournament. And not only that, it contributes to harmony, which buffs your entire team by 30% because it's godly. So compare this 1.8 billion damage unit against 43 million. Now, I know that this is not leveled up. This guy is leveled up anyway. So maybe with the skins and stuff, 600 million. So we have a 1.8 billion unit against a 600 million unit. The difference is day and night. And not only that, this also buffs your entire team damage by 30%. I don't know who had this bright idea for that, but yeah, this is out of the window. Okay, sure. I can look past it. But yet again, like, this thing is so unbalanced. Like, I don't know how you introduce tournaments on a broken game and you just don't do something about it. If I was them, what I would do is I would have just copied this format into all of the tournaments. Quick should have been disabled. Godly should have been disabled. I don't know how you can disable godly units. I guess like you could just disable godly units not being allowed to be equipped. Like, the game needs to recover. The game is in a horrible spot, and you cannot introduce tournaments that way. Like, this is just horrible. Duos, obviously, the same exact thing now. It used to have no restrictions earlier. Now, I guess since solos has been fixed as well, it has no restrictions. And then you have Nightmare, which is fine. Like, 4 people, Nightmare raid, that's pretty good. I think that's the only format that's good besides the beginner. Only Nightmare and beginner. Again, beginner is very limited, so as nice as it sounds, it's kind of a what if. Like, what's the point of beginner tournaments? It's nice for new players to like get a dive into the game, but besides that, it's whatever. Like, solos and duos, which are supposed to be like the hottest brackets of the tournament, are completely doomed. If you don't have godlies, you can't compete. It's just horrible. Like, obviously, looking back to AA, right? Like, you had weeks where you use your stuff, so people that have unique are bound to dominate, and then you have weeks without like the passives working, so people had actual chances. But yeah, like in a game where there was things that such as like godly bugs and whatnot, like, you cannot come up and just make your first tournament like that. Like, it's a fucking disaster. I don't even know what to say. I think nobody likes tournaments. I haven't seen a single player that enjoyed like the tournaments the way they were introduced, and I don't even know what to say. Also, the bosses are not even fixed. The bosses are not even fixed. They're still bugged. Bosses are stuck at 0 HP. They don't die. Bosses heal. I had a run earlier, and sadly, I wasn't recording. I wish I was recording to show it to you guys. So, boss has his shield is about to drop, and he has 40 trillion HP or 40 million. I don't even know what it was. Maybe 40 billion or 40 trillion. I think it was 40 trillion. I don't think it's billion. I think billion just needs to die. So yeah, the boss like shield is about to die, and he has 40 trillion HP. So I'm casting my ultimates, and the boss heals back to half shield instead of like having his shield taken down, and he heals to 50 billion trillion HP for fun. Like, how can you introduce tournaments when this like basic stuff don't work in regards to tournaments? That's also another mind-blowing thing. Like, bosses are stuck at 0 HP. Like, 2 to 3 seconds difference from a boss not dying and being stuck on 0 HP is a complete day and night. Let me just go ahead. So, details, solo tournament. Again, well, it's not loading, but look at this. 116 to 120. 120 to 121. Like, this is a gap from a bug. 131, 135. Now, as you can see, my best timer is 228. It's horrible because my team just sucks. That is 228 puts me around top to 220, something like this. Yeah, 221, 222, 223. So 221 to 226, that's where my timer puts me. And on top of this, as if all of this is enough, tournaments are pay to win. You need a damage boost to do tournaments. Like, how do you not disable damage boost in tournaments? That is unacceptable. So essentially, what do? You either force players to hold all the boosts from the codes for a chance to participate in the tournaments. Because let's be honest, right? If you don't use the damage boost, you can't even attempt tournaments. Like, you're not gonna get anything done, right? And yeah, like, if you want to use your damage boost for other things, farming raids or something, you need to buy damage boosts with diamonds or money. So yeah, don't know about that. I don't know how you actually allow damage boost in tournaments. That's just horrific, to be honest. Well, at least I think that they work. I don't know. Let me just double check. At least I thought that they actually worked. But yeah, okay, yeah, they definitely work. Like, these are dying so much lower with and without. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what to say. I am literally just out of a loss of words. Tournaments are... The format is just horrible, like, especially at the start of the game where there's like so much imbalance between players right now because of the godly bug. It's just not fun. Like, if you ask me personally, just make people turn their units godly. add a fucking method of like turn your units godly. Like, this is stupid. I have 300 plus cosmics opened with only one godly, and yeah, like, I can't do shit. And I have 1.3 hours in the game. What does the average player do that plays the game like a couple of hours? They have no chance of competing. I don't know. Tournaments are just sad. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. The most overhyped game mode that we've been expecting for weeks is just a complete disappointment. And I don't know. At the same time, you know, they want to try to help fix the game, but like, listen, okay, I know that this sounds negative and I put the game on blast all the time, but you know, my goal is pretty much everybody else's goal. Like, we want to see the game, right, be good, because everybody enjoys the game and we want to have a fun game to play. But that's just not it. Like, you're asking for feedback, but yet nothing is being added from the feedback, okay? Now, I'll just point out the simplest thing ever, right? Okay. You saw that you fucked up with skins. Like, skins, the whole system of skins is just horrible. First of all, I don't know why we don't have cosmic and mythic skins in the Nightmare difficulty. Nightmare is just completely useless as it is right now. Nobody is gonna touch it. There's no incentive to touch it. That's one thing. Okay, sure, you might say that this takes time, right? You need a designer for the skins, you need to add the skins, you need blah, 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 whatever. Okay, fair enough. You add Godly, and you make Godly basically so hard to be attained. Now, they did apparently buff the odds by 2x, but what the hell did people do? People blew all of their scrap that we had from Halloween, and Halloween was the only way to farm scrap. Like, you can't farm scrap in this game. So, the simplest thing ever, why the hell do you just not open the fucking studio for the game and you just don't change the numbers? Scrap common skin, 10 scrap, whatever. I'm just saying a number. Scrap epic skin, 20 scrap. Scrap legendary skin, 30 scrap. Scrap a mythic skin, 100 scrap. Scrap a cosmic skin, 250 scrap. I'm just saying, right? Like, these are things that literally can happen with a shutdown. Not even with a shutdown, because people are going to join the server. Like, I know that some things obviously take time to be changed, but these things, you just need to change the number. Like, these things, like, if you really want to do stuff and to change stuff, like, there is stuff that you can change straight up, especially number-wise and tuning. Like, there is a lot of things that you can do, even right now. So, I don't even know what to say. Like, it's kind of depressing, to be honest. It's kind of depressing. Like, and I think a lot of people feel the same way. Like, the game is just not fun. Like, there's not much to do in the game, and it's all tied to RNG. Speaking of RNG, by the way, I am thriving to RNG. I have like 350 cosmics or something with only one godly. So I am literally 1/3 of the average. I have 1/3 of the average. I'm doing so bad. That is insane. Not to mention the fact that I spent 11k scrap without getting a single godly. And yeah, I don't know. I've already talked about how scraps are bad. Like, just buff scrap. Just buff the fuck out of scrap. You can't even farm it. Like, it's, I don't know what to say. A lot of things need to be changed. Like, it's not even like Galaxy 2 and new stuff will fix the game. Like, the game has essence down. Like, the game has problems down to its core. Like, its core is lacking, and even the stuff that is in the game is just not working as intended. I don't know. Hopefully there will be changes soon. Like, it's really frustrating. Like, I enjoy the game and I want to play the game, but yeah, it frustrates me. Like, I cannot be playing the game 24 hours a day, and most of these hours I actually am like playing and doing stuff in the game besides just AFKing and not being able to do anything. Like, that's just no bueno. Like, okay, sure. Like, medals are fine, right? You're just gonna farm medals. You're gonna go. You're gonna farm your medals. You're gonna use your teams. You're gonna swap. Like, if you farm that, you can actually get the cosmic quirks, right? So that's like do you want to farm scenario. But scraps, you can't farm scrap. Absolutely horrible. Godlies, you can't farm godly. And you see, like, if you are unlucky, like I am, you're doomed. And if you're doomed, you can't compete. Tournaments are just bad. Like, the format is just bad. I don't know how you don't just make the first, like, 1 or 2 tournaments balanced until you bring some changes into the game. It's unacceptable. What they should have done is just, like, get rid of all quirks and stuff like that. And honestly, if you ask me, just get rid of fucking godlies as well. Because there is people that have full team of godlies with the godly bugs. And yeah, there is still scripting going. Even in the tournaments, there is fucking scripting going on. And yeah, well, hopefully they're gonna ban all of the people that scripted. But yeah, that's just insanity. Look at this. The first person in a fucking group tournament has a 45 seconds holo timer. That's just insanity. Also, I don't know how stupid you have to be to actually do that. if that's a player and that's not a dev. But there is a lot of scripting going on. And the tournaments, I don't know, tournaments are a total disaster. Whatever. Hopefully there is changes into the game as a whole, not just tournaments, because this is pathetic. But yeah, I don't know. Also, most of you guys are gonna say that you can't really do tournaments with your actual team, and you have this bug. Well, not bug. You have this thing where you just only equip an order unit. They said on Discord that they're gonna shut down the servers to push them into the latest version. But yeah, like these changes were pushed 4 p.m. for me, and they announced the shutdown at 1 a.m. That's like 9 hours later. I don't know why they announced the shutdown 9 hours later and prevent people from playing tourneys. I mean, maybe in a bigger standpoint, like 9 hours is not a lot if the tournaments are there for a week, but yeah, that still kind of feels like a bummer. I don't know. Maybe that's a double-edged sword, because if you shut down, people that are AFK will get disconnected and whatnot. So I'm not entirely sure about that, but yeah, I don't know. That's kind of just a mess. So yeah, if you guys can't play tournaments on this new updated server, you just have to wait. It is gonna be about 5 hours from now when they shut down the servers. Less than 5 hours actually by the time you see this video. So like four hours plus, about 4 hours. But yeah, anyway, that's pretty much it, guys. I don't know what to say, but yeah, kind of sad. Anyway, as always, if you guys have enjoyed, make sure to click the like and subscribe button down below, and I'll catch you guys all on the next video with hopefully some more positive changes. Peace out.